Hey guys, how's it going? It's David here from Prime Audio Reviews. We got the KZ ZS10 Pro. I know what this is going to be. This is going to be the dreaded brown cable. Why do you keep doing this to us, KZ? Please give us a new cable. I've said it so many times before, there's nothing wrong with the quality of the cable, but the Y split is so far positioned so far down the cable that it just gets tangled up. Like every time you take it out of your pocket or your bag, it'll be a tangled mess. But apart from that, it's a good cable. Oh, wow, look at that. Actually, that's quite a bit different from the ZSN faceplates. This one's much shinier. It looks like yeah, this one's really highly polished compared to the sort of matte finish on the other ones. And it's got a smoky colored transparent shell. You can see the dynamic driver there. There's a BA driver there, another one there. How many drivers does this thing have? One dynamic and 4 balanced armature drivers inside. That's a nice looking earphone. Especially considering the price you pay for these things, it's crazy. What is the price again? Let me check. I think they're around $40, but there's a sale at the moment on AliExpress and they're going for around $35, which is just unreal. Now, I haven't heard the original ZS10, so I can't compare these with that one. So I'll just go ahead and tell you what I hear with these. Big bass. Some people will tell you it's slightly north of neutral, but I would say it's way north of neutral. These have got some serious kick. Sub bass will rumble deep and hard in your ears. The mid bass is punchy and it's got a lot of impact, and on some tracks it'll really shake your skull. Yeah, the quantity of the bass will be too much for some people, but the quality of the bass is very good indeed. No complaints there. Despite the accentuated bass and the sort of very forward treble, the mid-range on these is not overly recessed. It's actually quite forward as well, but it is still clear. The clarity is very good. I will say that male vocals can get a little bit soft at times. They sort of blend in to the bass a little bit. Female vocals are much more upfront and vibrant. They stand out really well. There's quite a lot of treble. The sound is fairly bright. It's a little bit too bright for my personal preference, but it is an improvement over the treble of the ZSN Pro. It's a little bit more controlled, a little bit more even, and it has less of a peak at 5 kilohertz, which is causes a bit more sibilance on the ZSN. But the sound is very detailed. The treble brings a lot of detail with it. It's well controlled. The treble extension is quite good, but it is fairly bright. If you don't like a bright signature, I would not suggest these. But if you want a fairly aggressive, in-your-face sound, then this is actually a very good earphone considering the price. The soundstage is quite good. It's not the most expansive soundstage, but because the instrument separation is very good, you sort of do get a fairly clear holographic sort of image of the stage. The instrument positioning is very clear and very good. The imaging is very good, but the dimensions are fairly average. But overall, yeah, I think it's a good earphone. Personally, I still think the ZSN Pro is a little bit better value because it's about half the price of this one. This one I've seen from $35 up to around $45, and really the improvements are pretty slight improvements. The main one being the ZS10 is less prone to sibilance, but on top of that it does have better instrument separation. The sound stage is a bit better, but as far as tonality goes, these are so close, like really close. If you do want a better technical performance, this is the way to go. Even considering the ZSN Pro, I still think the ZS10 Pro is a very good earphone for the going price. As long as you like the type of signature that it's bringing, which is a big bass, big treble, everything sort of forward and full, but very clear and quite bright at the same time. If you like that kind of signature, you should be very pleased. This cable, yeah, well, you can live with it. It'll get tangled a lot, but you can live with it. So, yeah, that's about it, guys. So if you liked this video, give us a like. Hit that subscribe button if you would like to see more of my content in the future. We've got a heap more in-ear monitor reviews and headphone reviews on the way. Yeah, that's about it. I think we're done. Thanks for dropping by. See ya.